You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3, thank you so much for listening on a Friday. Hello, Dan. How are you?
John, Heidi, what's up?
Welcome to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. We've got my beautiful bride, Heidi, here. We went to Las Vegas last weekend and saw Billy Idol, and we are going to tell the tale of all tales coming up here in a little bit. We're going to do that before you know it here. Also, we've got Manly Men doing manly things. We got something fun to talk about there.
Manly Men do it well. Yeah, I'll give you your choice. We have chainsaws involved, picking locks involved. Let's see what else. And changing your own oil, which is kind of a lost art.
I think
too.
chainsaws is what I want to hear. What do you want to hear?
I would love to hear about the chainsaws.
Okay, we'll talk about that. So that's coming up here before you know it. Also, entertainment news of the day. You have a chance to win tickets to Deary Off the Wall. And I want to say a huge thank you to Galaxy Gaming, because everybody that gets a ticket, they're going to have, like, on their ticket stub, a chance to go play laser tag at Galaxy Gaming in their new building. Have you seen that yet?
I went by that
Their
building
new building
just
is beautiful.
the other day. And you know what? I slowed down and went, whoa.
Yeah,
impressive.
it is
It
impressive.
Really cool. And they're planning on being in there on March 1st, maybe even a little sooner. But right on the ticket says you can use it for laser tag at the new building there. It's by IHOP in Sioux Falls is where the new location is. Going to be really cool. So we'll be talking more about Deary later in the program. Tickets available right now at sunnyradio.com. And if you want to win tickets, click the Win Awesome Prizes button at sunnyradio.com. A lot of fun stuff to chat about. It's all coming your way on this Friday edition of the Bonus Hour with John and Heidi and Dan Farris on Sunny.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Excuse me, haven't I seen you on the MTV?
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3, time now for Manly Men doing manly things in a very manly fashion. And we have the manliest man of all, Dan Farris.
Well, that's stretching a little bit, but thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
I do what I can.
You know, you would think this would be easy because, you know, most everybody has seen a chainsaw being used and blah, 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 blah. But I had no idea. And this goes back to, I want to say, 2009. I hit Minneapolis, and my baby brother, Benky, the house he lived in at the time, was surrounded.
You have a brother named Binky?
Well, that's not his birth name.
Okay.
That's what we call him, which is pretty funny because he's in his 50s.
Hey, Binky.
Hey, Binky. What's up, Binky?
That's awesome.
Anyway, a bunch of trees had come crashing down during a storm onto his property. And he went to the shed, got a chainsaw, and then he got called into work.
Okay.
So I'm looking at him going, I had never used one before.
Really?
But it's like, it can't be that different. I never had cause to, just never did. And so I primed it up, fired it up, whatever, and went, okay, I'm sure this is probably dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous
yeah.
if you don't know what you're doing.
And I didn't. And I started playing it. In short order, I'm going, okay.
I think I'll
Dan.
put this down
All
now.
right. No, let's take a breath. Figure it. And it took me a while to get used to the balance.
Did you cut
and
like
how
some
to
little
use
branches
it.
off first?
I did. I started small, and then, boy, by the time I was done, I'd taken down the neighbor's garage. Because you just go nuts.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. Once you start playing, you're like, I don't want to quit.
Yeah.
What else can I cut with this chainsaw?
Yeah, the aftermath of a heavy thunderstorm, ice storm, whatever. Well, remember that ice storm we got years ago? It took out half the trees in Sioux Falls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can either wait around for people to come and do it and charge you or whatever, man. Hey, if you're a guy, learn how to fire those bad boys up and how to operate it safely.
Yeah, others, they'll charge you an arm and a leg. Meanwhile, with your own chainsaw, you can cut off your own arm and leg.
Yeah, and you know what? That was going through my mind when I first fired that up back in 2009. It is.
I would be pretty scared.
Have you ever used a chainsaw, Heidi?
I have not. My only familiarity with chainsaws is just through Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Honestly, I've never even seen anybody operate a chainsaw, and that's the truth. I've not.
Apparently, I need to get a chainsaw.
Well, then you see some of those guys that they'll fire up 3 or 4 of them and juggle them while they're running.
Oh, yeah, that's insane.
There was a thing on TV
Still
one
safer
night.
than cat juggling, though.
There was a thing on TV one night. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like the lumberjack relays or something.
Oh, love that stuff.
I was flipping through the channels back when we had cables. This is a long time ago because we cut the cable a long time ago. But I was flipping through, and I get to this thing where I believe, I'm almost positive, somebody maybe can verify this, but I believe that the engine on this chainsaw was actually a motorcycle engine. It was a gigantic chainsaw, and they were cutting off a giant tree trunk that was like 3 or 4 feet wide.
No, some of those things can be just monsters, yeah.
And they fire these things up, and it's this big burly dude, and he's cutting. You got to go all the way down, and then you chop it off, and then you got to bring that same blade back up. I was like, wow, that was not my kind of. I mean, I'm interested in getting involved in a fun activity. That does not look like a lot of fun.
Well, that's why it's manly men doing manly things
yes.
in a manly fashion.
Exactly. I'm going to go get some more creamer for this coffee. It's too hot as well. Does that mean I'm not manly enough?
Wow.
See?
I'm embarrassed just being in the same studio.
We've got water cooler talk coming up. It is the tale to end all tales from Las Vegas. It's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris
You heard it on your Walkman radio?
on Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. We have Dan Farris joining us. And yesterday at this time, we started talking a little bit about our trip to Vegas, but we didn't give all the details. So who wants to kind of share
it's pretty
this?
simple. I'll just kind of set the table here. We're going to Las Vegas. Our primary objective is to go see Billy Idol in concert.
Yes.
Okay? And that was kind of the draw to begin with, and we weren't real sure what else we were going to do, see the sights, whatever. But Heidi had the foresight, instead of doing the hotel thing, she found us a nice little condo.
It was cool.
set up.
Which was amazing.
So we had our own bedrooms, our own bathrooms, living room. We had a little, deck and a full service kitchen and laundry and everything.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, well, let's just go buy groceries. So we're not scrounging around for food, whatever.
And we do this at midnight, by the way.
Yeah. So now it's pretty late, and it's like, well, this should be simple. Let's jump in the rental vehicle.
An awesome van. Looked like the FBI was showing up
Yeah,
when we got there.
and go buy some groceries. We thought it'd be simple because it's Vegas and nothing ever closes. Well, surprise, lots of things
All the
close.
grocery stores do.
So we ended up on what you would construe as the wrong side of the tracks, which is actually most of Las Vegas if you're not on the Strip.
It's off strip. Is what it is.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of people have just lost everything in Las Vegas.
I don't know what's going on in this town. It's almost
like the games are fixed for the house.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have just lost everybody. So
that's not funny, but it's
so they have to live over here now.
Yeah.
And by here, I mean east, north, west, south of the Strip.
Everywhere other than the Strip.
So we end up at a place called Albertson's Foods.
And they've
24
got
hours.
a pretty good size business. It's a franchise. They have them all over the place. And I'm sure that some of them are probably really, really nice, but this is not one of those. This is one that's seen better days.
I think there were a total of 3 other cars in the parking lot when we rolled up.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is 2:30, I suppose, in the morning at this point.
It was getting late.
It was late. But at least 1 o'clock. I don't know, whatever it was. I'm the one driving the rental car, and we're walking up to Albertsons. And right as we're, 100 feet from the door opens and a lady comes running out with the basket.
She was a slight young lady.
Yeah, very tiny. And she was running fast, not very good form, but she was running,
Well, she was off balance from what she was hauling out the door.
Scary. And what she lacked in form, she certainly made up for in speed. She was trucking pretty good. And then she had something wrapped on her head that was coming loose, and it was kind of flopping. So it was like a big, long scarf hanging behind her, like a big flag. And we just stopped in our tracks trying to figure out.
We're in the center of the parking lot.
Yeah, right in the driving lane. We stopped because we're trying to figure out, what did we just witness? What is happening right now? And I think my favorite part is, as this is going down, she's now like a football field away, and Dan over here points at her and goes, "Hey, stop!" Which
You got to take a shot.
she did not listen to you, Dan.
No, she didn't.
So we get inside and we talk to a security guard, super nice young man, and we said, "I don't know if you know this, but these little
I just
baskets."
laugh at the term security guard.
Like this, there's a lady that just took off running out of here with one of these little baskets. I think she might have stole stuff. He goes, "Oh yeah, she did. It's okay though. I looked her right in the eye."
It was so great.
It was like
We're all like, okay then.
as long as you looked her right in the eye.
Showed her there, Barney Fife.
Here I was thinking maybe there was an issue, but it's all cleared up now.
I can see that you clearly have it all under control.
So there was even more that happened that night, but we'll now skip forward to a couple days later because we couldn't quit thinking about how silly we had to look standing in that parking lot. And we said, let's just go and see if we can get the security footage.
Yeah, make a return trip.
And I don't think I even told Heidi or Dan that's where we're going until we were almost there. We're like, where are we going here? I'm like, Albertsons. What are we doing at Albertsons? We're going to go see if we can get the security footage.
And when we pulled up, we could see there was a camera pointing directly to where we were standing at the time.
We could have gotten a couple great angles, actually.
And
yeah.
I didn't notice before until we came back for this second visit. When you walk in the doors, there's actually a screen right above you where it shows all of the camera angles. It's like there's a security screen. So we asked the security guard if we can get the footage, and she's like, "Oh, I don't think that's up to me. You're going to probably need to talk to the manager, Tom." So Tom comes down. Tom's got some really cool sideburns. We'll throw some photos online so you can see Tom. And when I say photos,
that's right. We have photos of some of the players.
And when I say photos, I mean we'll tell you we saw Tom more than once because we see Tom. He explains to us that we can't give you the security footage. I gave him my business card and said, "Hey, if that accidentally makes it my way, wink, wink." And we
Come on, Tom, if you're listening, do us a solid, man.
Well, we thought that's probably the end of Tom. We'll probably never see him again or never ever hear from him again. What are the odds of this?
Yeah, flash forward 4 hours to the Billy Idol concert at the Palms.
We're standing in line, completely different part of town, kind of a nice part of town. And who's standing there? It's Tom! And he recognized us. He's like, "Oh, hey, you guys were at Albertsons earlier." And we're like, "Hey, it's Tom." So we got another photo with Tom.
Oh, what a great weekend.
And then later that night, when we get back from the hotel, I was looking at my email, and Tom had logged on and was listening to Sunny Radio and sent an email to us. So, Tom, if you're listening, I still haven't gotten that security footage. I've given you a week now.
Really like it, Tom. We'll send you a Sunny T-shirt, man, if you can hook us up.
I just thought it was so much fun. We had a good time. Billy Idol I think tonight is his last night. Was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, I think? And then he'll be back in Vegas in October for another.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
So if you get a chance to see Billy Idol in concert.
I have never cracked up laughing at the opening song of any concert in my life.
It was pretty funny.
But picture, it's a beautiful theater at the Palms.
Yes, it really was.
And the band fires up, and they're cranking hard, man. They're
Billy Idol's band.
They are rocking, but I don't really recognize the song. It's obviously not a Billy Idol hit, but the band's working it hard. Yeah. And all of a sudden, spotlight, bang, a little smoke, and here comes Billy out onto the stage.
Viva!
And breaks into Viva Las Vegas. I just lost it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was probably the biggest slice of pop culture cheese I've ever witnessed in my life.
You should have done Hot in the City for that, but it was still really good. It was an amazing thing. Billy Idol, thank you for putting on a good show. Tom, thank you for the tale.
And the security staff at Albertsons that apparently always misses a meeting.
And the best part, we skipped over part of that. When we were telling Tom about the security footage we wanted, he goes, "Oh, yeah, you should have been here last night. Somebody pulled a knife."
Somebody came with a knife. Y'all keep coming back now.
So send us that footage too, Tom. I mean, we need it all. All right. This has definitely been some water cooler talk brought to you by Aqua One. Coming up, we've got your entertainment news of the day. Thank you so much for listening to Sunny 93.3.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
What is that thing you're doing?
It's technical. It's one of our little toys.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for some entertainment news of the day. And we have Dan Farris here with our entertainment news.
I'm talking about celebrities this morning because celebrities are fabulous. Paris Hilton's still a thing? Did I miss a meeting?
Yeah, I think
she's still a thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
People know who she is, but I don't know that she's necessarily a thing. But
well, she's throwing her hat back into the dating ring. Apparently, how many times has she done this?
I don't know.
I'm not a Paris expert.
Well, of course,
I've never dated her, so
I follow her every move because that's my job.
Dan follows her, not on Twitter. I mean, in real life.
Paris Hilton has had no shortage of experience in the dating world from her most recent romance with Chris Zilka.
Yeah, that was
don't know who that is.
Very expensive engagement ring, right?
Apparently.
Yeah.
And yes, and she's keeping that engagement ring because apparently that was a spiff thing from a jeweler, actually.
Yeah.
Also recently broke up with some guy named Benji Madden. I hope no relation to John, who I love John Madden.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? So, yeah, even though she is just coming off another split, which I think, let's see, she's 38 years old.
Oh, wow.
Probably been dating because, it's crazy new world since she was 12. Let's see, did the sex tape thing. So that would have been either fiance or boyfriend number 1247.
I think so, if you did the math right.
But remember, it's always the guy's fault. But even though she's coming off a recent break, she goes, you know what? Yeah, I'd be interested. And according to some of her close friends, they say, yeah, we go out and Paris will lean over and say, this is an actual quote from actual friends of hers who, whatever, friends is subjective.
Yeah, sure.
And she'll lean over and tell us if she thinks a guy is either cute or smart, because apparently you can't be both.
Wow.
I think he's cute. I think he's smart.
And Paris always opts for the cute one.
Oh, yeah. Probably. I don't know. I guess I haven't really paid attention.
No, they don't. It just seems to me, all that money, all that opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you really think Paris is happy?
I can tell you, I know a lot of people who are financially very, very, very well off that are very miserable. And I don't think that it has anything to do with, money makes you miserable. I don't want you to think I'm saying it that way. But I do. I know people who don't have hardly anything that are very, very happy. I don't think those two things go hand in hand. It's not like the more money I get, the happier I'm going to be. One of the wealthiest people to ever live, there was a quote from him. The guy, Getty? Was that his name? The guy that had the oil?
J. Paul Getty.
Yeah, and they said, how much is enough? And he said, just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. $1 more, man.
Bit more. And I thought, how sad is that? I mean, you were the wealthiest man alive, and I believe he was the wealthiest man that had ever lived at that point. How much is enough, man? Just a little more. I don't get that.
Interesting.
Enjoy some of it. Get out there and have fun. And if you're looking for something to do with your hard-earned entertainment dollar, it would be remiss of me to not mention tomorrow's world premiere of Deary Off the Wall. This is the last time we're going to talk about it on this program.
Well,
the world premiere anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The movie itself is legend and will most likely be on a lot. But this is the first chance and only chance to see it on the big screen in the world premiere setting.
You will be a part of cinematic history.
Absolutely. Already has won
and you won't
major awards.
I don't know if it's a major award. It's from Canada.
Quiet. Major awards. The day that they announced the Oscars, we found out that Deary has also won an award. Coincidentally, it was the same day they announced the Oscars, but that was the day.
It was.
So it's like everybody else is all cheering about these other movies that might win an award. Hey, we already won an award.
It's true.
Are we supposed to be talking about that?
I don't know. Why not? Just because it's not news yet. We'll find out what the award is on February 9th. They sent an email that they didn't mean to send. So.
Oh, seriously? I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to know that it won.
So don't tell anybody. But February 9th. What are they going to do?
Oh, this is just great.
What are they going to do?
If you want to see this award-winning
It's
film.
award-winning. It's an upcoming award-winning, soon-to-be an epic masterpiece. And you can see it tomorrow. And it's going to cost you, if you go to the theater without a ticket, you can still get in if there's any seats open, but I don't know if there's going to be. So get your tickets in advance. You can do that at sunnyradio.com. Tickets are $8. And then here's the really cool thing that just happened this week. Our friends at Galaxy Gaming are going to give everybody who buys a ticket to this, they're going to give them a buy one, get one free for laser tag for their new building. And that's going to be opening in March. So you're going to basically see this movie for free if you use that coupon. That's really cool. So all the details at sunnyradio.com. Dan, thank you for joining us for the bonus hour.
My pleasure.
And everybody who had a chance to listen to our Vegas experience, thank you for listening to that. It was a lot of fun, and I think we need to do that again sometime.
Hey, on behalf of myself, John and Heidi, you're welcome, Las Vegas.
Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
By the way, why are we wearing bras on our heads?
On Sunny 93.3.